you live with an update of everything that's happened since the last time.
You want to take a deep breath between each one?
From the last update that we gave you, because we said we were going to, and we said 2 weeks, and
it's 3.
Yeah, because, life. So, what's been going on?
I need a lot of fidget things for stress. That's pretty much it.
We've had some house showings. Our house is on the market. Those have been interesting. It's hard to keep a tidy, show-ready house with monsters. Our house is under contract.
Kinda.
Sort of.
We signed something. We get $1,000 if they don't go through with it.
Hopefully. We're potentially set to close on June the 14th if all goes to plan. We were just informed because it's contingent on their house selling.
Stop
and
looking at them.
I can't help it. Our chickens are outside fighting.
I saw you.
They're being mean to Helen.
So we have a chicken that's not right. She's like a old lady already. She's like got bad hips. She falls over when she runs, and her name is Helen.
Helen.
And she's become our favorite so far. The other ones just pick on her. They just push her down, and she just falls over. She can't really fly. She can't do anything. When she runs, she's...
And it's fun just to yell, Helen! Anyways, our house is under contract. Supposed to close on June the 14th if all goes to plan. Our realtor just told us yesterday that the buyer's house that they're trying to sell to buy our house fell through, but they still want to proceed with the contract that they have. Their contract is contingent on them selling their house, but our realtor kind of feels like this buyer potentially can buy the house without selling their house. But if anybody's looking to relocate to Freeport, Florida, I know of a house that somebody is selling there that you can buy.
For $500,000.
For $500,000.
I don't know anybody.
I don't know anybody either. Not in Freeport, at least. So, anyways, we're just kind of waiting. We're in like a funky waiting period where it's just everything's kind of up in the air. We really can't proceed with anything in North Carolina until we know that our house is like for sure sold. Our realtor is doing an open house at our house on Saturday to try to attract more buyers. I think last time I checked Zillow, we were up to like 78 saves on Zillow. So we're supposed to be doing a open house this weekend, and hopefully that will bring more offers on the table to kind of push the current buyer that we have to do what they need to do.
In our contract is stipulated we can still show our house.
Yes.
And if we get a better offer, all we have to do is tell them 24 to 48 hours before to drop the contingency on the contract, and they just buy it.
I forgot to say that. Yes, it's a pretty...
It kind of protects us.
Yeah, it's an offer that gives us room to find something better should we do. But it was a good offer. The only downside is that it's contingent on them selling their house. Like, it'd be great if we could find somebody like how we were when we bought this house, where we're moving out of a rental and we were ready to move as soon as the owners could get out of the house. And so that would be ideal if we could find somebody like that that's like ready to jump on it. So yeah, that's house update, what's been going on with all that. The school year for Jay ends next week. He has awards day. This week I feel like he has like some kind of fun something every day. Today he's having a glow party at school. I don't really know what that is, but they're having a glow party.
And he's getting a bunch of awards on Thursday.
Yeah, because he's a smart boy.
What, mathematician, day on a roll, reading, not penmanship.
No, his handwriting. He needs improvement.
And he's a RAM kid.
Yeah. So. He gets like 4 or 5 different awards, which will be fun. And Graham, he's just Graham.
Monster.
He is a monster, but he's so sweet. He's a sweet monster.
We were talking. They're like they use up all their good behavior at school, and then when they come home, they're just feral. Like they're loud, drives us insane. Because I don't think this house is insulated on the inside because the walls vibrate when they talk. I'm like, hey,
yeah, they're just that loud.
Or they're just that loud.
Yeah, I picked Graham up from daycare the other day, and it's actually the owner of the daycare was in his age group, and she was like, I just want you to know that he's just been so good, and the whole room was chaos, and he was just like sitting there quietly doing his own thing. I think he was coloring, and everybody else was just like running around crazy. And she's like, he's been so good. He's been my helper. He's been listening all day. And I was like, oh, that's great. And I mean, as soon as we walked through the door, all of that she just said that he had been doing all that day, gone. He saves all of his goodness for school, and then whenever he gets home, he's like,
my mom want my play to say yes.
Yeah, that's his new thing. He'll ask you to do something like, can we go outside? Say yes. The eyebrows and everything. Say yes.
Say yes. No, that's not how it works. You gotta say please. Please. No. Why?
Since I last talked to you, I had wisdom teeth removed. And that was interesting.
A big baby.
I was not a big baby. One side did not faze me at all. Like I had my uppers. I already had my lowers removed. I had my uppers removed. And this side did not hurt at all. This side, they had to go fishing for it. And I'll like drop a picture of what I looked like. Like it was bad. This whole side of my face was just like whoop, super swole. I still feel like I'm numb on the inside in there. So that's been fun. Not dramatic. Real life.
Got mine done.
Yeah, but yours were already all through the skin. Mine were not.
The only traumatic thing was there was two brothers that were getting them done at the same time, and they were both trying. I was sitting beside them, like one was on this side, one was on the other, and they were both trying to like hold my hand. And I was like, "Stop!" They were crying for each other, and I was like, "Stop touching me!"
You got your tanker's license?
Yeah, that was easy. I tried to take my doubles, but I didn't really study for that one. He said, "Yeah, you need to get 20 of those right. You got 6." I was like, 6 in a month.
And that was fun. So while he was taking his tanker's license, I did not know that we were going to do that. He just like that morning, I think he had already decided he was going to do it, but he had not communicated to me that he was going to do it. And so we went to take Jack, and this happens often. I just threw on clothes to take Jackson to school. And Grandma has only been going to daycare for 3 days a week. And so this was the day that he wasn't going to daycare because he'd already been 3 days. So he was with us. So we dropped Jay off at school, and I'm thinking we're going back home so I can finish my coffee and get ready for the day.
You got coffee?
Huh?
You got coffee?
I did get coffee, but Lindsay also had not brushed her teeth or her hair.
Never smells like she does.
You are so rude. And we drove into Dothan. We're on our way to Dothan, and I was like, what are we doing? And he said, I'm going to go take my tanker's test, and you and G can go walk around Target. I was not dressed for Target, okay? And so we get to where he's going, and so I tell Graham we're going to run in, run out. Like I was just prepared to just like dollar spot, get some coffee, and leave. Well, then I was like, let me get some toenail polish. So we got a buggy, and we went down to the toenail polish, and I picked out all the things that I wanted, and we were about to leave. Well, then Graham knocks the toenail polish out of the cart, and it busts all over the floor.
I can't believe you did this.
I tried to find somebody, but I could not find anybody. I'm so sorry, Target. We had very much so Walmart behavior in Target, and I do apologize. I do apologize. But we left, and Corey passed his tanker's license.
I had this shirt on also, and I didn't even notice I had it on right now. And the guy, he's a bigger dude. He was very nice. Had a lisp. He's like, please, where is your address? Okay, is your address nice? Yeah, I bet you're excited for all Saturday. And I'm thinking, heck yeah, Saturday. Ain't got to go to work. This guy goes, no, you should. Oh, yeah. Like, acting like I knew what he's talking about. He said, the new season starts this weekend. I'm really excited. Now you know I am. Okay, man. Which computer do I need to go to take my test, please? That was interesting.
Let's see. What else has happened? Oh, the kids did their school interview with the principal of their new school. We had to do like a Zoom interview. And one, I forget that they're on Eastern time and we're on Central time. So I was thinking 3 o'clock my time. No, it was 3 o'clock their time, so 2 o'clock my time. Well, I still haven't even got Jackson picked up whenever they sent me the link to.
I had to check them out early and everything.
Yeah, so we were rushing. So we were only 30 minutes late to the interview, but it was okay because she was running behind too. So it all worked out. But while we were in the interview,
I got 5 more. I dropped
one. It was, so we were sitting on our dining room table bench.
That we don't have anymore.
We don't have anymore because we've been selling anything that we don't want to move. So lots of things have been sold. But two things, lots of things. We don't have a lot of furniture, but I'm going to sell anything that I don't feel like driving 9 hours away. We were sitting on the dining room bench, and I was sitting in the middle. Graham was up to my left, Jay was to my right, and Corey was sitting in a chair over to the left. Well, Graham, like in the middle of her talking, lets out
an atrocious fart.
It was so loud and it smelled so bad. And what was so funny about him though, other than the fact that he farted, was he started giggling quietly and he says, real quiet like that. Jackson's trying not to laugh. If you know me personally, you know that I think farts are hilarious. I can't help it. Corey thinks it's annoying. I'm sorry, farts are funny. I'm a 12-year-old boy whenever it comes to stuff like that. Like, I'm going to laugh until I cry. It just is what it is. And so I'm trying to hold it together because, you know, I'm an adult in this situation, so I'm not supposed to be, like, getting tickled
All
about
three
it.
of them, their shoulders are bouncing during a interview for the school that we were trying to get into. And they're... I'm like, I can't, I've lost control. So I just walk away from the interview, which I wasn't in camera, but I just walk away, which makes it even worse because she knows I'm annoyed. And them two are like, it stinks so bad. And which it smelled terrible.
It did.
It was the worst fart ever.
It was awful. She had no idea.
She's like, what's so funny?
I was like, you know, these boys, they're just getting tickled, you know. Had no idea.
And it's at the end of their good behavior time, so now they're just like, we're letting it out.
Good behavior went out the window at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, one of the awards Jay is getting is for good behavior, and we're like...
But notice how they gave it to him at the very end of the year, and he didn't get it at all last year.
Everybody got it at the end of the year. Last year was tough.
Last year was tough. He's come leaps and bounds.
We had to
go
have a meeting with the principal because it was tough.
And I cried.
Principal, vice principal,
and his
the
teacher.
It's like, what can we do to help? I'm like,
But
he doesn't act like that at home.
No, and he doesn't.
Now he does.
Because he's good at school, and then he saves all the bad for home. But his bad is not that bad, and we talked about this before.
It could be worse.
It could be worse because, you know, as kids start making friends and
at
whatnot.
his age, I was doing a whole lot of other stuff.
Well, I was a pretty good kid, so.
Yeah. I was at the creek cussing.
Well, you have childhood trauma, so.
Trying to steal a cigarette.
Corey.
What? It is what it is, man. I was 7.
7? So the Northern Lights that everybody in the South was like all freaking out about.
Except me.
I thought that you could just like look up and see them.
Which would have been cool.
Cooler, but...
But the government just put a filter over everybody's camera and they were like, Northern Lights.
You had to use your camera to see the Northern Lights, which I thought was dumb, to be honest. I mean,
there's some cool pictures out of it.
Yeah, a lot of you got really cool pictures, but I want to be able to see it with my eyeballs. I don't think it's the same. Like, I just want to be able to look up at the sky and there it is, you know? Well, I did try to use my camera and we were standing outside and it said, what, northwest?
Yeah.
So I pulled my compass up to try to figure out where northwest was of where we were standing. So I turned around and I'm opening up my camera and Corey says, what is that? And I said, what is what, honey? And I look up and it's freaking UFO flying through the sky. And I started filming. It wasn't a UFO. But I was really scared there for a little while.
Well, it doesn't help that we just watched a preview to a movie with an alien that was very like thriller like, which looks awesome. But Lindsay doesn't do scary, and so she was like, "Oh, we'll watch it," which we'll probably watch it right after this. But she's like, "Oh, we'll watch it," and then we go out there, see 16 lights just appear, and then I was fine. I was like, maybe it's a plane carrying some lights. Well, those lights disappeared. Every single one of them. 16, and then there was one like miles away from the original one, just all by itself, and then it disappears, and I'm like...
We found out that it was Starlink satellites being launched into space.
Yeah, I feel like that should have been like an Amber Alert.
That should have been like and it might have been. We don't watch the news. It should have been
Amber
like
Alert on my phone. I don't watch the news. Don't trust it. Yeah. Amber Alert on the phone.
Yeah, we don't watch the news.
If you see random stars flying through the sky, don't worry.
Because I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was real scared.
I wonder how many people shot at them.
Those are too far in the sky to do that.
Rednecks be rednecking. Oh, there goes Dirty Girl.
Anything else that we missed?
New schedule. I got a new schedule. It sucks.
He did get a new schedule.
I've been getting rained on a lot.
Yeah, it's been bad weather here. Adjusting to his new schedule and me being home, because I'm not working right now, has been entertaining because he's used to his...
Okay, men, when you have this routine of coming home, nobody being there, and just sitting, you don't even have to look at your phone. You just sit and let the void overcome you. And then gives you like a 3, maybe 2 hour just prep time for the kids and the wife to come home, or to get asleep before they do come home. I work night shift-ish. It's fantastic and needed. I've been coming home and she's like, "Hello, Poopsie." I'm like,
I don't say hello. I say, "Hey, Poopsie."
Who cares? She's still there, and I'm like, I'm turned on 100% of the time, and I'm not used to that, and it's not good for my mental. You can ask her. It's been pretty bad because I store my feelings.
He does.
In this little square box in my heart. And then when it comes out, it's not a little square box anymore. It's the Big Bang.
He asked me.
And I don't like being that way. It just happens. And then she starts crying. And then it's my fault. And then I gotta put my box back together so her little feeling box is back together. It's tough. It's tough being a man. I'm a mother, no drama. Mother's Day was good.
It was good.
Yeah. I got you some overalls.
He did. I should have worn them today. I'll wear them next time.
You should have. Mm-hmm. And then...
He got me some Halara overalls. They're real cute. Not sponsored.
Yeah, because they're watching. This is from Target.
Shein.
I picked that out.
You did. You bought this for me.
I watched a lot of what not to wear, so I know what to pick.
Mother's Day was good. Mother's Day weekend was good. We didn't do a lot of anything this weekend.
I got up to make her breakfast. We didn't have anything.
Because Mama didn't go shopping. I still ain't went shopping. I need to make
do that.
Sam's run.
I got up to make eggs. No eggs. Then she was like, I wanted French toast. Got no eggs. So we just got a bunch of sausage biscuits and cinnamon rolls and coffee.
It was good.
It was pretty good.
It was good.
So did Daisy. Daisy also got a sausage biscuit without us knowing.
Nah, yeah, she She sure did.
She come around the corner, burped, and we're like, "What's wrong with you?"
Where is she?
She's on the chair still. She ain't moved. Oh. And we're like, "What's wrong with you?" And then there was crumbs of a sausage biscuit all in the couch. We're like, "Okay, she's been really bad lately."
No, she hasn't. She's a perfect little
Got
girl.
home today. She's over there where the cat food is from our neighbor, and she's like, "Mom and Dad's home," wiggling everywhere. And then she sees me come out of the building, and she's like,
and I'm just yelling, "Run, Daisy, run!" Because I don't want her to get in trouble.
Little turd can move.
She can move. She's fast. She was juking and a jiving too.
Juke jive, juke jive.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? This is a quick one.
This is a quick one. We didn't have a lot of updates.
Because we're in limbo and nothing's happening and I don't like it.
Stressing him out. I'm stressed too, but I'm like...
Well, I can't do anything because of my license. My license, I have to have an updated license once I get up. But with my license, I can't do anything because I have to update it immediately. So when I get up there, and then a lady that I have talked to said I have to have 2 bills already in my name. Which doesn't make any sense because any over-the-road, which I don't want to do over the road, but any over-the-road place is like, we'll take your stuff right now, right here, and whatever. I'm like, okay, but I can't do that. I can't even like fake an address because that's not, I can't do it. And like any place that I do apply for, I have to put my recent three years of address, and then they're like, you're not being hired in this area. I'm like, I'm trying to move. But then, unlike her position, as soon as I apply for something, like I'm needed the next day to go through orientation and everything. So that's been frustrating because now I legit can't do anything until we've actually moved.
Which I don't feel like it'll take long for you to get something once we're there, but it just makes things a little bit more stressful because it's kind of like everything has to wait now until the house sells. And you know, my start date is set for July the 8th, and that's the goal, is to be up there by then. But you know, if I have to bump that back, I'll have to reach out to my soon to be employer and let them know, you know, what's going on. And I feel like they'll be pretty lenient because they know I'm moving to the area and I'm having to sell my house to move there. So, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Hopefully everything will just fall into place like it's supposed to. We're just, you know, in that weird in between of preparing to be there and just kind of just waiting. And that's the hard part, is waiting. I'm still packing as if our close date is June the 14th, though. So
I'm getting caught up on my animes.
Yeah, I don't get into all that.
I finished Attack on Titan. The first 2 episodes of My Hero has been pretty good. And me and Jay have started watching Solo Leveling. It's probably not the best parenting thing to do because there's a lot of blood. You watch somebody get chopped in half.
I had no idea about this.
It's pretty good.
I had no idea about this.
Pretty good. It's teaching him how to work hard. That way he can level up in life. It's pretty good. Now I feel like I can't watch it until he gets home. We got 8 more episodes left. And it's pretty good. My mom wouldn't let me.
Probably
I wasn't allowed to watch Dragon Ball Z. I wasn't allowed to watch Disney movies.
Let's not get into all that. This is not that podcast.
I had a poster thrown away one time.
She would giggle about that now, though, and say sorry.
So dumb. She would. Listen, my kids have a completely different life than I do, which is the goal. But then I'm like, maybe a little trauma might help them toughen up.
No, they're pretty tough as it is. Especially that second one. He's a little too tough sometimes.
Yeah. Jay hit him really hard. Or he fell and hit his head really hard the other day. I just looked at him and said, you got to play with him like he's a 3-year-old. And then Graham turns around and plays with him like he's 7. He's just, wham! He hit me! Like, Graham, you got to treat him like he's He's a 3-year-old. Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh. That's pretty much it. Now we gotta get ready for open house on Saturday. We have awards day Thursday. Today is Tuesday. So tomorrow I'll probably be cleaning and sitting in the sun with my friend because she's gonna come see me.
No.
Yeah. Love you, Jessica.
No. I'm on the yard.
You did. It looks so good. I got to sit outside in my backyard on Mother's Day, and we filled up Graham's little plastic pool, and I put my little feetsies in there, and I sat in the sun, and Graham made a mud pie in the pool, and then I got out of the pool because it was disgusting.
Not with his butt, but with actual mud.
Yeah.
It looked like chocolate milk. It looked disgusting. Gross. He just kept on. He had his little...
I'll insert a picture for you.
Yeah. He had his little monster trucks, and he was rutting a hole. And then he would look at the tires, see the mud, and just dipping. Look, clean. Yeah, that's cool, man. Look at your pool, though. Ugh, it's dirty. Yeah, it's dirty, man. He'd be a fan of the lake.
He would. All right. Well, thanks for listening to us ramble. You want to look at our dogs? We'll show you our dog. Daisy the weenie dog. She's cute. She's a good girl, aren't you? She doesn't have hardly any teeth anymore because she's so old. When she falls asleep, her little tongue, it falls out of her mouth. Stop, don't make her scream on camera. You're so warm. And then you got Opie and Bailey. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Our cat. She's the most expensive free cat that we've ever had. She transitioned to be an outside girl, and she comes in at night.
She thrives out there because our neighbor, you know those cheap ice cream tubs that you can get?
Like the gallon ice cream.
They're like $1. Mm-hmm. This man fills up a whole gallon of cat food in that thing and feeds it to the neighborhood cats, which is fantastic. But the neighborhood cats now are involved with my cat. She went outside fat. Now she's huge.
She's huge.
She's so big. She's got to at least be 30 pounds.
She's a big girl.
Well, she's lost some weight since she's been inside. Because the dummy probably got in a fight with a neighborhood cat, which all the neighborhood cats are scared of her. We don't know if it was actually a neighborhood cat.
And nobody owns these cats. And when I tell you, when we say cats, we mean cats. There's so many of them.
They're like rats. But they're scared of Boo. And, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, our dogs are scared of Boo, so that's not saying much.
Yeah. But, something got a hold of her, and she got really bad. Like, it looks like somebody bit her tail.
She has, like, 2 punctures on top and 1 on the bottom where something tried to, like, get her.
So we had to take her to the vet.
She was not moving.
Yeah, she had an infection. She wasn't doing too good. She wasn't eating. But now she's eating. She's fine. Yeah. We had to get a donut put around her head.
I'll drop a picture of that because it's funny.
The other day, she was sitting in the litter box. Just sitting in the litter box. And I was like, no daughter of mine identifies as poo-poo. And I had to drag her out of the litter box. I got the scab off today, which was gross.
It looks so much better, though.
It looks really good.
I think she's going to make it.
Yeah, dumb cat's going to make it.
Yeah. She's probably on her, like, 6th life by now.
She's got to be.
She's,
or less.
She's been through it. She's old. How old is she now?
Bailey, how old are you?
She's 12.
She's about 10. She's a 10-year-old cat.
She's an old girl.
She's about as old as Daisy.
She said no.
Smush face.
Daisy's 11, or she'll be 11.
When one goes, they're all going.
Sad. It's going to be a lot of heartbreak.
You know what that means? Going to doggy heaven.
So dramatic. All right. Well, now you've seen our animals. We gave you your update. And yes, they are all coming with us. Minus the chickens, because we probably can't take them. Corey would love to. I don't know if you can see them, but they're out there thriving.
Oh, you can't see it no more. You can see the screen.
But yes, they're all coming with us. We have a zoo. They're all old though, so Daisy, don't act too excited about it. Transporting them is going to be entertaining because Bailey is definitely car sick.
She's thrown up in a cup holder.
I think that we're all going to just have to dope everybody up on Benadryl,
including me. All right.
All right. Peace and blessings. Love you guys.
What is happening right now? The awkwardness, the deep breaths, the sneezes, the anxiety. I don't like it. I'm over it.